Hope you like that burnout. That was just a little reminiscing of our old combination. You can see we got some new goodies over there. This video is about getting the tunnel ram actually installed in the car. And I just want to apologize up front about the audio. It was raining terribly for like 3 or 4 days straight, and I just couldn't wait any longer, so I filmed it. I did the best I could pulling all the noise out of it, but it really jacked up the audio. So if you can make it through the first few minutes, it gets a little better towards the end, but I really apologize for that. So anyway, on with the show. Hey, before we get into this video, I just wanted to share this with you real quick. I was going through the channel metrics. I noticed that 88% of you guys are not subscribers. Like, what are you doing, man? The little red button right here. You click that button right over here. Doesn't cost you anything. It just really helps us out. We really appreciate you guys for doing that. Thank you. This idler goes on here somewhere. Hi, welcome back. Sorry if I'm yelling over the rain. I have a metal roof. Tunnel ram. Scored this vintage Edelbrock. This is a TR1YX, meaning the street tunnel ram. A little bit smaller ports, made for under 7,000 RPM versus the just straight TR1Y, which is 10,000 RPM and up. That's you pro stock guys. There's no damage. It just looks like it's been sitting in somebody's shed for 20 years, but I'm confident we can get this thing sorted out. So let's compare this to the other tunnel ram we have. So here we have the Summit Holley brand sheet metal tunnel ram. Here we have a 25, 30-year-old Edelbrock street tunnel ram. So you can see the differences in height. I think they're trying to keep you under the stock hood here as much as possible. Obviously here we don't give a shit. So you can see the Edelbrock tunnel ram angles back, keeps the carburetors level. This is just flat. This is also pitched forward to clear so you can run a full HEI distributor. Here you're gonna have to run a mini with a remote coil, not that big a deal. Provisions for coolant, vacuum signal. Everything else seems pretty standard. This intake here gets a lot of bad rap. Notice the air fuel path for the front carburetor has to make a 90-degree turn, head back, and then go down into your ports. Not ideal at all. Also, there's a lot of complaints about warpage on these and not fitting. This one looks great. I mean, the welds are gorgeous. It's got that embossed logo. Really looks like it would work. And for a street rod or somebody who's just going for looks, who's not going for performance, this is the way to go at $340 shipped. You're going to pay way more than that for this that needs cosmetically restored. And if they ever get these back in stock, these are like $650 or $670. So not only are you gonna have to buy this, you have to buy tunnel ram carburetors. You're also gonna have to buy a new mini distributor. Edelbrock recommends using only their gaskets, which who wouldn't? And then of the various fittings and like an indoor throttle linkage is gonna cost you another $175. Like, you're gonna have $2 grand in this, but man, when you're cruising down the road and you see them throttle blades flipping in your face, you're not gonna care. Lucky is our 1974 Camaro, Z28, factory 4-speed car. Looks gorgeous. We have had a lot of mechanical issues with this car over the time we've owned it. She now has full Hotchkiss suspension to get her down low. It's got a blueprint engines, 450 horse, 383. Soon to have a tunnel ram. We've got a Tremec TK-X 5-speed. Around the shop somewhere. I think it's over behind the C10 here. And we've got classic auto air conditioning. So the goal is power tour cruiser that looks like mid 70s, early 80s street rod. We've got the Krager SSTs. We're gonna have the tunnel ram sticking through the hood, rear window louvers, but Tremec 5-speed, modern air conditioning, modern suspension. Probably need to get to the brakes someday, but we'll get there. So anyway, that's where this is going. Okay, so let's get this thing disassembled so we can start cleaning it up and getting it presentable enough to be in the old Lucky over here. So, looks like this guy may have been a plumber. There's a lot of pipe fittings. Ooh. Oh, spoke too soon. Want to be really careful taking this apart as it's all aluminum. That looks good. Brass pipe fittings. So this one's loose. This is more brass. This looks like the vacuum signal. I didn't think that one was going to come out. It's not bad. That has a flex plate bolt in it. At least that's what I'm calling it. Whew. More brass fittings. Get these bolts. Right. Very interesting port design, right? Let's see. All right. Ooh, there is something in there. I want to say spider, mouse, mud dauber. Whew, I think that's larva. Ugh. Probably should have gloves on. Pretty sure that's a spider leg. Okay, so I'm going to be running my Hollies sideways for coolness. We got the quick fuel tunnel ram carbs coming, the 450. There's only choke on the back. They're set up. They're tunnel ram carburetors. Lots of people bought these carburetors and said out of the box they're pretty good. It's the outside ones. And the studs don't even go in. So I wonder what the difference is. It should be a 1/4 20. Yeah, 1/4 20 goes right in. So All right, so just a touch of WD-40. It's actually a 5/16 thread. Make sure to go in nice and straight. You'll feel it. Should cut nice and easy. There shouldn't be a whole lot of pressure there.
So what are you about to do?
So now we've got our 6-cylinder automatic hood, even though it's really off of SS350 4-speed car. Anyway, our 6-cylinder automatic hood, we're gonna cut a hole in. We are going to drill an 1/8" hole next to the mounts right here, through the bracket into the hood. That way, when we're done body working and painting this hood and we bolt it back on, we just have to line up those holes and tighten the bolts and we're done. We don't have to go through the nightmare of aligning the hood again. Done?
Sweet. Get to drilling.
Boom. You're killing me.
You're killing me. You said up. You didn't say which side. Or...
Up. The hood goes up or down. Now, where did all my bolts go? I saw the dirty hippie on Bad Tree measuring for his.
Okay.
And it seemed to work out, so we're gonna do that. So run that to the back of the cowl, right next to these. See where these are?
All the way back?
Yep.
Further?
All the way back where it's gonna grab, because wipe the dirt off of it. It's dirty back there. There you go. Nope.
So how far back?
That way. Just to where it's gonna stick good on the cowl there. Yeah, stick it. Stick it.
Stick it. Gosh.
So, do the same thing on this side.
Okay. But how does that translate to that?
Math. So we know the hood has to fit inside this area.
Right.
So if we measure from here to there,
Uh-huh.
find the center, that's the center. And then we take that measurement and move it over to the hood and boom, that's your measurement. Boom, boom. You don't like nothing.
Sounds great.
We could just bolt this to the hood and be done with it. Wouldn't that be so much easier?
Yeah. Is it a real one? Yes.
Yes.
Does it-
So we'll have to take 2 more inches out of the back. We don't know what we're going to have to do to the sides until we get the fuel lines and throttle linkage in. I'm assuming there's going to be some tweaking there, but so far I'm loving it. So I didn't even notice it's not wide enough to even clear the scoop. I think I'm going to go ahead and make it 1.5 inches wider. Well, I was really happy to get this 1985 Kmart rash off my motor. Somebody spent the money and put all these ridiculous pulleys on. So I've ordered all the factory steel black pulleys. I put a brand new water pump on it. Intake is on. Brake booster system is plumbed. I've got the alternator back on. Unfortunately, at this point, we're waiting for parts. I need the quick fuel carburetors, the 450s that are set up just for tunnel rams. They're on their way. The MSD Pro billet is on its way. The Endural, I think I'm saying that right. The Endural throttle linkage is on the way. And we'll have to figure out the fuel system. I don't know what the quick fuel carbs are going to take for a fuel fitting. I guess I should have called and asked, but I need to plumb the fuel system. I'm sure I can find something to do around here, right? In the meantime, appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on The Family's Garage.